See, the truth is, gentlemen, many of you don't really have a women problem. Many of you don't have a women problem at all. See, the facts of the matter is if most men are below average in looks, if most men are, you know, average height, 5'6", 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", if most men fall into this category, what sets other men apart? We know that looks do set men apart. We know that the body game sets men apart. But outside of all of that, what truly sets men apart is money. See, here's the thing, gentlemen. Many of you have a money problem. Yep. You have a money problem. You don't have a woman problem. You don't have a confidence problem. You don't have a looks problem. You don't have a height problem. You have a money problem. See, I'm about to burst a lot of y'all's bubbles. See, we already acknowledge that looks do matter, right? When you pin a good looking man up against a average looking dude to below average dude, 9 times out of 10, right? The woman she'll want to ride the face of the good looking dude, right? If you pin a short dude up next to a tall dude, if you pin the 5'6" dude up next to the 6-foot dude or the 6'1" dude or the 6'4" dude, yes, she's choosing the tall dude all day long. However, pin a dude up, pin those same dudes up against each other, and then let's play big bank, take little bank. Right? Let's play big bank, take little bank. If the average dude to below average dude in looks and height can give that woman a lifestyle, can take that woman on vacations, can buy her the Louis bags and the Gucci bags and get her hair done, nails done, everything did, most women will choose the money man. Most women will choose the bag. Most women will choose to get their hair and nails did, right? See, a lot of these looks maxing and body maxing, although those things are important, right? Although those things are important, listen, the one thing that's going to set you apart more than anything, more than any of that, is money maxing. I don't even know if that's a thing, but money maxing is where you're going to get your confidence. Right? I've seen the ugliest dudes, right? I've seen the ugliest dudes. Pause, no Diddy. I've seen the ugliest dudes. They driving that Lambo. They driving a Porsche. They driving a Corvette. They pulling up in the S-Class Benz, right? Nice little shorty next to him in the passenger seat. Nice looking. I'm talking about she's a I don't do 10s. I don't think any woman is a 10, but she's a 9 all across. She's a 9 in the face, 9 in the body. She's a 9 up and down. But he, sometimes they looking a little scruffy, right? Sometimes, they got a little belly, right? Sometimes you can be working so hard, sometimes you can't get in that gym and, work to the fullest extent, right? Sometimes you can't get in that gym, although health is wealth. You wanna maintain your health so you can enjoy your wealth. However, I've seen tons of dudes, average looking, right? Average looking in height, average looking in the face, right? But they ain't average in that money. So many of you think that it's just, oh, you need to run game. You think your game is not good enough. Right? You think your riz is not good enough. You think your charisma is not good enough. You think it's about how you dress. You think it's about the cold approach. It's not. It's not. And check this video out. This is why I don't agree with cold approaching. Check this out.
Just in case.
No, I said no. Do you know how often dudes come up to me here?
Excuse me. I went passing by and I could not stand to tell you that you just look beautiful and you have an amazing eyes and it matches with the blonde. Me? No,
Yeah.
I've seen you first time. What is your name?
Kenna.
McKenna? Danilo, nice to meet you. So, alright, I see you're really, really busy, so I don't want to bother you anymore. I just wanted to try to make you follow me and laugh with me.
No, I'm good.
You think so?
I'm
You
good.
never know, like, who's your future husband, you know?
Do you know how often dudes come up to me here?
I can say so because you're very beautiful. That might be the
Yes,
reason, right?
I'm good.
You think so? Okay, but where did you get it from? Your smile. Alright, let's do it like this. I'm just gonna get your Instagram just in case.
No, I said no.
Alright. That makes sense.
Listen, gentlemen, I don't care what relationship guru done told you. I don't care what you done heard on YouTube. Cold approaching is dead. Most women don't want to be cold approached by anybody, right? Most women don't want to be cold. They don't care. Listen, they don't care about none of that, right? Especially if you're not in any one of those categories that they feel like is sexually attractive. See, the thing about cold approaching, the reason why most men lose on a cold approach is because they aren't giving anything on the initial approach, right? Most men, like I said, most men are not, they're not above average in height. They're below average in height. So you're already failing in the height metric. Most men are unattractive to most women, right? They did a survey on Tinder, right? There was a Tinder survey that was released and said that the majority of women on the app find the majority of men unattractive. So what do you think that means in real life? Right? Why do you think that survey said the things that it said? Why do you think that they feel like most men are unattractive? For those exact same metrics, for those same metrics I just gave you. Under 6 feet, not making six figures. They're below average in looks, right? And they haven't even seen the digging stick yet. Most guys don't even got the digging stick either. Right? So when you cold approach, you have to have some of those metrics just to get in the door. That's why cold approaching doesn't work. Right? You know how many men approach them on a daily basis? Do you know how many men DM them on Instagram? Do you know how many men are hitting them up on these dating apps? Do you know how many men hitting them up on Facebook? You know how many men trying to talk to them in the grocery store? When they're trying to shop for shoes in the mall? Right? They're trying to holler at them when every single line that you can think of, bro. Every single line that you can think of, they've already heard it. There's nothing I've explained this to you guys already. There's nothing that you can possibly say to a woman that is 25. By the time a woman is 25, hell, some of them younger than that. By the time a woman is 25, she done heard every game, every line, every comedic line you can think of, right? Every little pickup line that you done researched on Google. They heard all of that. They've heard all of it. So then what's next after that? Right? What's next after that? They've already heard it. They got access to so many different men. They have access to the men that they actually want, right? Doesn't mean that they're actually getting those men, but they have access to the men that they actually want. So they're seeing the men that they actually want, and they're seeing the cars, they're seeing the clothes, they're seeing the hoes that they're with. They're seeing the lifestyle. They're seeing all of it, right? And why do you think those guys don't have a woman issue? Now, granted, I grant some of y'all arguments because I know some of y'all are gonna get on here and be like, no, that's not true. I've seen plenty of dusty bums, who get women, right? I know a guy, you know, he making 250,000. He's an engineer and he can't get no woman. Listen, I'm not talking about your anomaly incels, right? I'm not talking about those guys. And again, just because a man is getting laid doesn't mean that he's just financially independent. He's probably meeting other metrics, right? There are certain guys who are ugly, right? And they got a big old digging stick. Pause, no Diddy, right? They got the digging stick. And some girls just want to bounce on that baseball bat. Pause, no Diddy, no Diddy, right? Some guys are meeting the height metric, right? They 6'5", they 6'6", right? They automatically attracted. If you 6'5", 6'6", and you just decent looking, you average looking at, but you 6'5", 6'6", you might as well say you're above average in looks because that height make you listen. That height make you attractive, very attractive, right? So you got to account for other metrics, but for the most part, for most men, they're not meeting those metrics. So the guys that y'all, all the arguments that you go, I've heard all your arguments. Those arguments that you think that you're about to, get me on. Listen, we're not talking about anomalies. For the most part, most guys are not meeting any one of those metrics. Right? So what's the most important metric that all men can win in? What's the most important metric that all men can get out here and achieve? Right? Now, I'm not saying that you got to get out here and be Jeff Bezos, right? Now, I'm not saying that you got to get out here and be Elon Musk, President-elect Elon Musk. I'm not saying that you got to be, a billionaire. Hell, even a millionaire, right? Even though that's what we trying to achieve 2025. We're trying to achieve millionaire status. Right? We're trying to achieve millionaire status in 2025. I don't know what y'all trying to do, but that's what I'm trying to do. Right? Listen, even if you don't want American women, even if you don't want Western women, right? Don't you still want to be in prime position? Right? Don't you still want to have the best possible scenario? Right? See, money is going to open up all doors for you. See, y'all got it all backwards. Y'all got the game all backwards. You're hustling backwards. Right? You're hustling backwards. You think that you're supposed to go and get you think you're supposed to go and get the women first. Right? You think you're supposed to go and chase the women first. You think the women's supposed to come first. Right? You think the big booty holes supposed to fall in your lap first. You think the 8s, 9s, and 10s, I don't believe in 10s, but you think the 8s, 9s, and 10s supposed to just land in your lap. Right? Even the average girls, even the average to pretty girls, you think that they're just gonna, fall in your lap. Listen, that's not how that works. Y'all hustling backwards. Right? And I know it's easier said than done. Listen, I've been there. I've been there chasing these women, chasing these chicks. Right? Going broke, trying to, pour up in the club. Right? Trying to get sections, trying to impress chicks. Right? Trying to buy the latest outfit, buy the latest shoes when I can't afford it. Right? Once upon a time, I was hustling backwards. That's why I can speak on it. Right? That's why I can speak on it. Because some of you, especially if you're under 30, if you're 35 and under, listen, man. Listen, leave these chicks alone. I know your Peter Whacker be getting, listen, pause, no Diddy. I know you be wanting it wet. I know, listen. But you're gonna have to do something else in the meantime. Because you're wasting time. You're wasting time that you can be putting in perfecting the craft and perfecting the skill. Right? Perfecting the craft and perfecting the skill that's going to get you the money, that's going to get you the honey. Right? Some of y'all so busy thinking that you don't want to buy women. Right? You don't think women cost. Right? You think that you're just gonna, she gonna love me for me, bro. I don't know what time period y'all think we stay in. I don't know what y'all ever thought that women was. I know that a lot of us were raised wrong, especially in the public indoctrination camps. I know we were raised to put women on a pedestal and think they're just so nice and sweet and they can do no wrong and they're not chasing money. Listen, that's far from the truth. Women want money. I don't care if it's a small town country girl. I don't care if it's a conservative woman. Listen, I don't care if it's a liberal woman. If you ask me, this is where a lot of guys get it wrong, especially in this space. A lot of guys get it wrong. They think that the liberal woman are the gold diggers, right? They think the gold diggers, right? They think the liberal women are the ones, chasing money. Right? They think the liberal women are the ones that are going to break their pockets, break the bank. Listen, although that can be true, but it is the conservative woman who are going to break your pockets. It is the conservative woman, the traditional woman, who costs the most. It's the traditional women. Why? Because they believe that the man is the head. They believe that the man is supposed to be doing everything. Right? Everything that a man's supposed to be doing. They believe that the man, like y'all, like so many of y'all, like so many men claim that they want traditional women. Like so many men claim that they're traditional men, right? Are you even prepared for a traditional woman? A traditional woman wants you to pay all the bills, right? Not only do you have to pay all the bills, you got to pay all of her expenses, right? Can you keep up with her hair? Can you keep up with her nails? Right? Some women, on the expensive side, it's different spectrums to it. But then, can you afford her massages? Right? And then a traditional woman, she wants kids. She wants kids. Too many men want traditional women, but you still want your woman to work. Right? You still want your woman to be out here doing back-breaking work, and you still want your woman to be out here under these bosses, under these managers who ain't doing nothing but trying to smash them. Yep. Check my video out. I'm gonna put it up here. If your chick is working a 9-to-5 job, she is cheating. Right? It's crazy out here. It's wicked out here. You want a traditional woman, but then you sending her out there to be up under another man's authority. Huh? You want a traditional woman, but you sending her out there to be up under another man's authority. And you expecting nothing to come of that? Right? Not saying that every woman is just going to get out here and cheat, but best believe there's men who are in power positions, who are above her, right? Who are flirting with her, who are trying to spit game to her, who are trying to talk slick to her, talk that talk, right? And then what if y'all hit a rough patch? What they say? A shoulder to cry on is a what? A shoulder to cry on is another to ride on. That's what that is. But y'all want traditional woman, but y'all not realizing, hell, listen, at least the liberal chick, she wanna throw in, she wanna work her own job. She want her own money. Right? She's trying to cut you some slack. She's trying to cut you a break. Right? See the liberal woman, listen, she'll say, I'll get my nails done. I'll get my nails done. I'll pay my cell phone bill. I'll do this. I'll do that. Right? Oh, babe, you need help doing this. You need help doing that. I pay the gas bill. I pay the water bill. See, the liberal woman, at least, she's a little bit helpful. Right? Even though liberal women, they still want, nails done, hair done, everything did. They still want to provide a meal and all that too. But y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. Right? Conservative woman costs. Traditional woman costs. Right? Even if you're going overseas, going overseas will be a cheaper cost. Overall, you can live like a king if you're doing what you're supposed to do over here. If you're doing what you're supposed to do over here, that's going to translate to wherever you go. But then at the same time, you think that she wants to work? You think when you go to Latin America, as traditional leaning as they are, right? Their culture leans more conservative. You think she wants to work? Huh? You think when you go over to Thailand, you think what? You think that they just rubbing your back and rubbing your feet and jacking your meat for free? No. No, and that's why so many guys, so many men, they want to become expats. They want to become passport bros, right? Because they see how men are treated when you go overseas, but that treatment comes at a cost, right? They're not just treating you they're not treating you as a king just for no reason. You know that you're American. You know that they know that you're a Westerner. You know that they know that you're a gringo, right? And as traditional as they are, they still know that the place that you're coming from royalty in comparison to what their men are dealing with. You're coming from royalty in comparison to what they're experiencing in their environment. That's why you can go to Thailand and you can see a bunch of 60-year-old washed up men, not even in the best shape, getting some of the best women. Do you think that's because of their looks? Do you think that's because of their height? Right? Do you think it's because of any of those other metrics? No. It's because they got the money to get the honey. And the same thing goes here in the United States. A lot of you think it's a looks problem, right? And let me clarify right now. Let me clarify right now because I know some of you you're gonna run off with this. You're gonna run off and say, yeah, I just need to get the money. I don't need to do this and I don't need to do that and blase, blase, blase. Nah, bro. See, that's not all the way true. Now, listen, women still crave dominance, right? Women still crave sexual attraction, right? If yes, most women will pick the money because a woman's sole goal, her only goal is to get secure, right? Her goal is to get security, right? And that's why so many women want to, hurry up and pop a baby in me, right? Where's my ring? Right? Let's move in together. Right? That's why so many women want to go ahead and push things along because they want that security. Right? They want that security. They crave that security. So most women, yeah, they'll pick the man with financial security if they have some sense. Right? If they have some sense, if they were raised correctly, they'll pick the man with the money. Right? But that still doesn't stop that woman from craving, sexual dominance, right? That's why that's why you hear so many stories about some of these rich wives, right? They'll be smashing the personal trainer. Why do you think that is? Why do you think if she got this financial security, right? If she has this financial security, she got the kids with this man, she got the ring, right? She got the house, right? She got the health insurance, she got the life insurance. Why in the hell would she cheat on her husband and bounce on the guy, right? Why would she go and bounce on Chad? Why would she go and bounce on Tyrone? Right? Because Chad and Tyrone are the epitome of sexual attraction. Right? They are the epitome of sexual attraction. Right? And I gave this story of my own. Right? I gave a story of my own when I used to work for this company. Right? I'm not going to say no names, but I used to work for this company and I used to go in people's homes and, install the cable. So most of y'all probably gonna put two and two together. So I used to install cable, and I used to go into some big homes, right? I used to go into some big homes, right? And I'm talking about, when I used to go into them, when I used to pull up at the address, I used to pull the address up on Zillow just to see, what I'm dealing with, right? 1 million, 1.5 million, 3 million, like homes like that. So, to afford that, if you know anything about, real estate, some of these homes you can't get a traditional mortgage with. You got to pull out more than one loan or a jumbo loan or something like that. So these guys are making bank. But when I get in the house, right, and some of these wives, they in awesome shape, right? They look good, right, for their age. Most of them clearly older, but they look good for their age, in shape, and all of that, right? And of course, the man, he isn't a Tyrone. He isn't a Chad. He isn't a Giga Chad, right? They're usually just regular, degular, average glasses wearing ass men, right? It's nothing to them. There's nothing to them but the finances. And I used to go in, and I'm talking about their wives used to just give me the googly eyes. Now I'm not at all saying that I condone any of that, and I've explained this over and over again. Like, it made me sick, because that's one thing about me. I don't play with other men's property at all. I don't play with other men's property. So it used to make me sick. Like, at first it was like I took it as, it gave me a shot to my ego. Like, yeah, look, I'm that guy then. They got all this money and they choosing me. I'm that guy. But then it started to happen over and over and over again and over and over again. And the validation was cool at the beginning, but then it was just like, damn, this shit is crazy. And then that really gave me another eye opener into a woman's nature. That really gave me another eye opener into, because hypergamy works in different ways, right? Hypergamy works in different ways. Yes, it can be financial, but it can also be sexual dominance, right? It can also be she want to get pounded. She want to get her face pounded into the mattress, right? Hypergamy can also mean jumping from a less dominant guy to a more physically dominant guy. And like I said, I'm tall, dark, and handsome. Tall, dark, and handsome, right? And the wives just used to give me the googly eyes. They used to give me the googly eyes. Sometimes, sometimes the wives were there by themselves. Sometimes the wives were there with their husbands, right? And they just used to give me the googly eyes. They just, you can tell, like, some of them, they just wanted you to pound them right then. And there's been a few times where the husband, I remember this one time, the husband actually he kind of caught a whiff of what was in the air, right? He caught a whiff of what was in the air because, he was so welcoming when I first came in, and, he was just so thankful that, because it was raining, that he was just so thankful and blase, blase, blah, right? Just showing, what's the word I'm looking for? Hospitality, right? Just showing that hospitality. Man, his wife started acting a little funny. She started acting a little funny, and I picked up on the funniness, right? I picked up on the funniness, and he picked up on the funniness too. Man, I'm talking about, he started being an asshole to me for no reason. Well, for a reason, but not for a reason that I could control, right? Not for a reason that I can control. So his wife started acting, a little funny. She started, throwing out little flirty jokes and all that stuff. And granted, she was drinking a little wine or whatever, but she was throwing out a little something that she shouldn't have been throwing out, especially in front of her husband. Very disrespectful, right? Very disrespectful, extremely disrespectful. But these chicks can have all of this stuff, right? They can have the house, they can have the guy with the money and all that stuff. So don't get it twisted and think that, okay, just because I have the money doesn't mean that I don't need the body, right? Just because I got the money doesn't mean that, hey, that guy looks better than me, right? He could probably take my chick regardless if I have the money, right? That guy with the body. Damn, he got a six-pack, he got the shoulders, right? His skin glistening. I can see his V, right? I can see his back muscles. His muscles got muscles. Yeah, she looking. So don't mistake it for 1 second and think just because you meet the money metric that another dude can't take her in the other metrics, because that happens too. And it can happen too. So still get in the gym, still work on your grooming, still work on how you dress, right? Still work on all the other tangibles and intangibles. Still work on those things, because yeah, money can buy you any chick, right? Money can buy you any chick. And yes, most of you have a money problem, right? Most of you are not even as ugly as you may think you are, right? Most of you, listen, even though chicks be saying that they want 6-foot guys, listen, the average height of a chick, I mean, come on, bro. Most of you probably gonna be a height above the girl. Like most of you, your height probably won't even be a problem, really, like that. Right? So listen when I tell you, get your money up, not your funny up. The money buys the honey. Stop putting the cart before the horse. Let's get the horse running first. Let's get the horse running. Let's get to this money, 2025. Right? Let's shoot for the stars. Let's shoot for the millions. Let's become a millionaire. Right? Let's get our investments right. Let's get all of our money right. Let's get our crypto right. Let's get our savings right. Let's get our whatever you choose to do, career, starting a business. Let's get all of that stuff right. Right? Let's put the horse first. Let's get the horse running. Right? Because the horse is going to scoop up all the holes. Believe me when I tell you. And then when you add, if you somewhat decent looking, and then you got the height, and then you in the gym working on yourself, and then you putting the right stuff in your body, you nutritionist, right? I say nutritionist, but you applying the right nutrition to your body. Oh, you can't be stopped. You can't be messed with. Right? And that's an after pill. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.